What if I told you TikTok had its very own female version, or should I say girl version? Because yes, this is a story about kids. P. Diddy. For those of you who don't know, there is a young TikTok creator named Ashley Barnes who has amassed an insanely large following of 2.5 million followers on the platform, has gotten 324 million likes on the platform, but recently has lost over hundreds of thousands of those likes due to a bunch of allegations from different co-stars, people who have hung around her, and just people who are in her vicinity claiming that she has done some of the most damning things in the world. Now, truly, if you're not on TikTok, these names aren't going to ring too many bells, but stick with me through this because honestly, what we're about to go over is some very, very sick things. On July 15, 2025, fellow TikToker Brad Mason released the first portion of his series of events recalling details of him being with Ashley and there being some disturbing, and I mean disturbing, things that were going on.
So like I said, it was the 6th of July. Go back to the hotel, like it's getting late, like we're with like her roommates. She like starts like spraying pheromone spray. Like it's a nice friendly environment. And then she starts like pressuring everyone. Do this, like do this, like doing like stuff, like drinking stuff they shouldn't be drinking and like taking stuff they shouldn't be taking. After like she starts like doing that, then it just becomes more and more weird. She's like drunk. I feel like at this point she was drinking a good amount. We all like kind of like see like, okay, something's really, really off here. She's like, okay, this is getting boring. Let's play Dare or Drink. So then she wanted to play Dare or Drink, right? She kept wanting people to make out with everyone. And I think I told her to do a handstand.
Generation is too freaked out, blood. Too freaked out, man.
And do a cartwheel, like, you know, something like dumb, kind of like to like get the game over with, kind of like forcefully making out with her roommate. Actually like grabs her by the face and starts like making out with her. She like pulls away and then actually she like grabs her by the throat and pulls her back in, and she's like, what? Like she like clearly does not want this to happen. And mind you, at this point, like we took stuff that we had no clue like what it was. Like we thought it was just normal stuff, and clearly it wasn't.
Stepped into Wix.
What do you mean stuff? I don't know if you're trying to not get in trouble on TikTok, but you just keep saying stuff.
Studio and handle every part of your build from one platform. Map.
Her roommate's like, Ashley, I dare you to stop asking people to make out. And she's like, no, I'm drinking. Like, I'd rather drink instead of like that happen.
Off the bat, these are accusations of spraying some sort of pheromone spray, I guess to heighten their, you know, inhibitions, getting them drunk and intoxicated. Mind you, these people are underage as hell. We're talking about people who are 17 years old, which begs the question, why the hell are they in these hotel rooms in the first place by themselves? How are they even accessing alcohol like this? There's a whole bunch of questions that arise. And then more importantly, forcing them to conduct kissing actions even though they are not, you know, wanting to.
It ain't hard to be in a hotel room. You probably got somebody 21. But yeah, probably doing nefarious things though.
To participate in any of these things. And it gets worse from here.
Like gets these gummies, and then she's like, oh, like they're just gummies. She tries shoving it in her roommate's mouth, like take it. So she bites off a little bit, just like get her to stop. And then she comes up to me with a different one. It was like a blue one. She's like, Brad, take this. I'm not taking. I'm not taking whatever it is. I'm not taking. Like clearly you've already done something that you should not have done. Like you gave me something that you did not like. It's not what you like really said it was, and I know that's really what it was. And she's like, oh, take this gummy, like shoving it in my face. And I'm like sitting back, like on my phone, like, no, like I'm good. She tries like forcing herself on this person. And like, when I tell you, like laying down, like on the bed, like walks over, gets in front, gets up, like this person gets up to get out of the way and like, kind of like not pushes her, but like, you know, like stay away, like kind of like that thing. Like, did not push her in any way. But kind of was like, no, like, don't do this. And then she could just not take no for an answer. She kept trying to, like, force herself. And she's like, why can't we just do stuff? Like, come on, like, we're friends. And then kind of like saying, friends don't do that.
I know the joke about people being like P. Diddy is very much overstated, but this person, Brad Mason, is describing a situation in which these people were alcoholed up, drugged up, and then forced to do acts by their friend Ashley Barnes. And Brad goes into detail as to all of the personal effects that she had in this drawer. It's gonna get real disgusting, but he also has video proof of these things to depict that she has this full drawer, this deviant drawer of nastiness waiting for her friends to come to the room unexpected and get them inebriated so she can take advantage of them.
I have, like, we like go into this drawer next to like the bed, and she has 2 pairs of like handcuffs, not like normal ones, like fluffy ones, like, you know, handcuffs like that. She has like you know, this kind of like gel, like it's called, it's like kind of like a happy ending gel. It's like when you like, you know, when you're doing stuff with someone and they like, you know, kind of finish in a way. She has lube. She has like a vibrator.
Oh, he's 17.
She has those gummies to
He said, "Oh, vibrator." Bro, just say vibrator.
make you like, you know, want to do stuff. She has boys ones, girls ones, and liquid ones. So right here is me finding, like in the drawer the next morning, this is Liquid Love, Love Bites, which is like horny gummies. That's orgasm gel, that's lube. That is more like of those gummies, and then there's more ones right here. Those are like the male ones. She has her shots in there. That's a vibrator, by the way, guys. More of those things, more shots, 2 things of like handcuffs, and then she has pheromone spray. That's what she kept spraying.
I cannot stress to you enough, this is a 17-year-old TikTok creator. We've talked about how you stars can be, you know, brought up in this lifestyle and, you know, then taking on that lifestyle and putting it onto others, you know, becoming the assailants to the victims. I'm trying to be very careful as to what to say here, because what I'm hearing in real time is somebody who seemed to be hairbrushed groomed into a situation in which they are now taking advantage of their friends, making them now victims. We have all the people who are part of this situation on TikTok, so they are able to tell their tale from their perspective.
Like even before Capri came over, you guys can like vouch for this, she was running around cleaning the whole hotel. She's like, I need to get this thing good. Like, this is my way into like, you know, getting into the streams and all that stuff. So her plan was to kind of, you know, use him and get with him, so that way he'd use it as blackmail.
Don't you want a better gaming PC that's built with the right hardware at a fair price? Build Redux has that.
So she would like, you know, tell Piper, hey, like Capri cheated. So she was gonna blackmail him to get all the streams and then like, you know, the YouTube videos and just basically blackmail him for clout. So that was like her reasoning, which is like what she told me.
Also, she kept enunciating that she was Piper's best friend. First of all, not true at all. But if you were such a close friend of Piper, why would you try to get with her boyfriend?
It's the same thing as saying I'm a lesbian, we can just hook up.
And that's what she was saying. Why not do it? Because we won't remember it. She kept saying that a lot.
You kept saying like, no, I have a girlfriend, and she was like, well then drink more because you'll forget it. And once you guys left, she like told me, because I was confronting her, like, what are you doing? She was like, no, you don't get it, Susie, I'm a lesbian, I want you. I don't even want Capri because you just don't get it. I just need to be in the videos.
This is now 4 other TikTok creators corroborating each other's stories about the incident that is happening with Ashley Diddy Barnes in the hotel room. They're all talking about different instances where she attempted to drug them off.
Motherfuckers be letting that shit get to their head, bro. And thank God. Motherfuckers be letting that shit get to their head, bro. Feel me? And thank God I'm being humbled right now, bro. Cause I don't care how long this take, bro. I'm doing all my research. I'm putting myself in position to win, bro. Motherfuckers be letting that shit get to their head, bro.
Where she attempted to get them all drunk, where she attempted to have intercourse or relations with Capri as some sort of blackmail, where she attempted to have intercourse with the other 2 girls because they wouldn't remember. And I'm proud of these kids for having the balls to ultimately stand up for what is right and speak out about a situation. Now, is there things that they could have learned and not done or, you know, did differently in the situation? For sure. But as I look at these people on the screen, I can't help but hold myself back from tears rolling down my my face because these are literal children. They look like children. I mean, it's crazy that they are going through this experience with somebody who is also a child as well. They talked about the many times that they tried to escape the situation, but ultimately could not because Ashley Diddy Barnes would take their phones, or they couldn't just take them to the house of Hyper Capri's girlfriend because they were ultimately strangers. I'm just glad that they got out of that situation as unscathed as possible. But it would be crazy to say, and it is crazy to say, there's even more people that have been coming out laying claims down on Ashley Diddy Barnes and the things that she did to manipulate them, you know, get them drunk, do all these nasty, creepy, weird things to them.
My name is Melina McGunn.
My name is Savannah Jacobs.
And we are here to speak about the truth of our first-hand experience with a creator. And we were silenced and isolated for a long time, and we couldn't speak about it because we were genuinely scared of what this creator would do.
I'm not allowed to say names for legal reasons, but we are here to talk about...
I can, Ashley Barnes. Disclaimer, me and Savannah have been friends since second grade. We make jokes, and we will always make jokes. Any close friends make jokes like this. I was sitting there and Savannah said something, I don't recall what it was, but I was like, stop before I kiss you, and we just giggled. Ashley turned and said, do it.
We kind of looked at each other like weird and confused. We're like, no, like, haha, that's, like, we don't do that.
I made a joke and I said, $250, give me $250. And she said, okay.
Not thinking she would actually give Melina the $250.
So when we were sitting there, she wanted us to just peck. We kept saying no. Took us 10 minutes to finally do it because we just wanted her to shut the fuck up. After that, it doesn't end there. She then goes and says, do it again.
They are young, bro, but I don't, bro. See, that's the other thing too, with that girl shit. Feel me? With that thing, that lesbian shit, cool, or that friendly gay shit. Like, nah, that gay shit weird, bro, because of people like this. Like, imagine three niggas. Feel me? Yeah, first of all, that's crazy. A nigga never say shut up, fuck. We do be making gay jokes, but like, girls take it seriously though. Like, feel me? Girls that actually do the gay jokes, like girls that actually twerk on each other, touch each other, see each other, everything, all that, do all that. Feel me? Niggas just make jokes, feel me? But girls that actually go through, feel me? And then shit like this happens because y'all actually really do be kissing on y'all homegirls. Y'all do be licking y'all homegirls. Y'all do be getting that close with y'all homegirls. And then we got that other homegirl who won't really see y'all do that shit.
I want to go in the back seat, and I want to be in the middle.
What?
Again, probably took us another 10 minutes because we did not want to do this. We did not want to do this, but we had no other choice. She was literally getting upset. For us to do it the second time, she said she'd give me another $250, so I would get $500 to kiss Savannah twice. I felt so uncomfortable, and I didn't know what to do, but we were stuck in this car, and she was my ride home, and I just wanted to go home. After this, she turned to me and she goes,
I'm so angry that Congresswoman Marionette Miller Meeks just voted for the largest cut to Medicaid in history to give tax breaks to billionaires. Iowans need health care. Billionaires don't need another tax break. Tell her to stop voting to cut Medicaid.
Today I'm going to make a beat. We're going to Output's new plugin co-producer, play your beat.
if she can kiss you, I can kiss you. And I was like, what? And she was begging. She said, please, like, that's like hypocritical, like, why can't I kiss you? Savannah did it, like, she got to do it, I didn't, why can't I do it?
What is that?
And Savannah literally had nothing to say. She was like, I don't know. Savannah had no other choice, and she really couldn't say no because Ashley was gonna do whatever she wanted. I couldn't even give her an answer. I couldn't say yes or no because she turns to me, grabs me by the throat and the face like this, and pulls me in and holds my face there for 3 to 5 seconds. Which is different because when me and Savannah kissed, it was, that's it. I felt so uncomfortable after. I wanted to leave and I couldn't. She had to drive me home. She said she was gonna give me $750 for that.
Man, that is some sick ass shit. No other ways to put it. Ashley Barnes is going around manipulating her friends, coercing them into doing acts, paying them for these acts, drugging them, getting them drunk, doing all sorts of things. And where are the parents in all of this stuff? The oldest person in the situation is 18, and I think the youngest person was like 15 in this situation. The sad part about this is that this is all too common when kids are introduced to money, power, fame, and acts from adults. They then pass those things on to their friends who may be unexpecting or don't know what to do. As I sit here and listen, and you listen to every account from every kid in this situation, it is clear that they are kids who are none the wiser as to what goes on. I mean, they just seem so innocent, and have their innocence robbed by somebody that they deem to be a friend, or at least thought was a friend, is honestly heartbreaking. And it's not like anybody can even say that this is some new thing that happened with Ashley Barnes. Her dad, in a TikTok previously, kind of clocked that she was a manipulative person.
What character would I play in a movie?
You'd play the evil villain that's very, very manipulative and not at all clear that you're the villain. You'd be like the heroine that's actually the secret villain.
Hey Dad, your daughter's out here essaying people. I know it's a jokey joke for the TikTokies, but this is serious now. Why I'm talking to the dad is because people have brought up to the father that Ashley is doing these weird and nasty and cool and manipulative things, only for him to then brush these things off and say that his daughter is a good person. Real father of the year type vibes.
This whole Ashley Barnes situation is so fucking crazy because also her dad is just defending her. He's like, what's wrong with it? Don't be a bad friend. I mean, like, I feel like low-key drugging and trying to essay your friend is being.
Yeah, he's just trying to save ass. He's just trying to protect image, save butt cheek. Because yeah, he clocked it, bro. He just called it the villain. He know how his daughter is, bro. And him hearing these stories, is just proving he's just like, fuck. She really is evil. She really is an evil bitch. Sorry, Lord. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I said that. But yeah.
I'm friends with a man and he's attracted to you.
But yeah,
Bad friend. I mean, what do I know about it? I mean,
the thing that I like most about modern day internet is that once we have situations or allegations or claims that happen here, you generally get responses in real time. Ashley Barnes took to a private account and she basically gave her regaling of the tales, and of course didn't take any accountability, but put everything off to a bunch of other things like incorrect medication and substance abuse issues, etc., etc. But she definitely did not acknowledge any of the victims that she had in the situation that she created.
But I just wanted to publicly apologize for the last 3 months of my life, and also just kind of the fact that I'm not the person that you guys followed when I started making content. And some people have commented saying like, I miss like when she used to do this kind of content, I miss when she used to do this. And I was like, yeah, you know, you grow and you change. And I kind of gave up on talking about important topics and posting videos about the things that I'm passionate about because people online, especially these kids, have gotten so mean. Like, tell me why I see so many people being...
Yo, what are you talking about? Yo, niggas accuse you of doing this, that, and the third, and you just speaking about, yeah, my content, people on the internet. Yo, they said 100 women versus accountability.
Like, bring back bullying, like all this stuff. What happened? What happened to the positivity? What happened to the caring for each other, building a community, mental health, like awareness? Why were we moving backward?
Not really though. What the fuck are you talking about? What is you talking about? I know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about, yo. Don't stop,
But it had gotten to the point where
You should never settle for plans that don't fly for you and your budget. At US Cellular Prepaid, spotting the right plan for you is easy, like 2 lines of unlimited data for $60. US Cellular, built for us.
Put this in. Testing. Yeah, that sounds good. Sounds great.
Has anyone seen Vanessa?
No.
Where I was like, okay, whatever, I just need to get my videos in. And so I was just posting as bland as it could be, literally a dance, a lip sync, basic content, because it seems like it's so much easier to be consumed by the majority when it's not something that's hard to swallow, you know? But what I wanted to say is that I'm sorry. And I think going through this recovery journey and finding myself again has really like made me realize that I don't want to just accept defeat. I don't want to be this person. I want to do more. And it's bringing my passion back, and I love you guys so much.
Now, as you notice, she's not addressing any of the situation at all. She's not addressing her victim. She's not addressing any sorts of essay allegations. She's not addressing anything at all. Something that I would totally expect from somebody who is a manipulator, who has some sort of mental health issues, who is going through whatever, and is ultimately the villain that her father said she was. 2 things I would like to note is that if her dad and her family knew that she had these sorts of issues, you know, ones that would have her trying to drug her friends, she and them probably have the responsibility of telling the friends that, hey, actually he's not all the way up there. She's not. But 2, and most importantly, to cover myself, there are a lot of people saying that that actually isn't an apology video to the situation. But that's because they're still Ashley Barnes defenders.
I am Ashley Barnes, defender, and let me say why. I know a lot of you guys disagree, but I feel like I need to speak up. First of all, she got SOD. Very traumatizing. And when you get SOD, especially at such a young age, you start always thinking, and you think you have to be for people to like you. Second of all, we all know she has been very unwell lately, like she's on medication and has recently been very high and drunk, not like her usual self. Also, she is still a kid. She is a teen girl and is not adult yet, and it's very hard to explain this stuff to some people who have never been unwell before. She has gone through so much: essay, alcohol, betrayal, eating disorders, etc. She is brain, so she is just trying to feel something, including things. Also, I would like to say that I still also feel bad for all the victims, and they didn't deserve it at all. But we have to understand she's going through a lot.
Before I even got into the story, I felt like this was the ultimate conundrum, because just like Drake Bell, victims of SA tend to be perpetrators of SA. And we've seen this situation play out plenty of times before, whether it be Drake Bell, like I said, or R. Kelly, or truly anybody else who's experienced these things as a child tends to ultimately be a perpetrator of those actions later on in life. So I do recognize and acknowledge that clearly this 15, 16, 17-year-old girl, because there was plenty of times when she was doing these things, has been through a lot in her actual life. And it is very sad. But there are also victims that she is creating by not properly getting the correct help. She's dangling fame, friendship, and fortune in front of these people. She's manipulating them left, right, and sideways, and causing them to harm themselves, each other, suffer mental anguish, and all the things that she felt when something happened to her. Now, let me be clear, that does not make any of this right. This is still somebody who is actively harming people and should be condemned. It's just that this catch-22 is really catching 22 right now. And I think there's a lot of people that should have some level of accountability in these situations. Why these 15, 16, 17-year-olds are able to fly across country to be in hotel rooms with their so-called friends, I don't know. I wasn't even allowed to go up the street and have a slumber party with somebody that I actively went to school with when I was a child. Yes, I'm mad at my mother. God. But where were the parents in this situation? Hell,
couldn't even go outside. Remember, yo, you know what they told me, bro? I ain't send you to school to have friends. Nah, they right though. But nah, you need good people around you. But at the same time, niggas be weird though. I don't know, you just gotta be kind.
Where are the platforms in these situations? I think that the platforms play a large part in this is because all of these kids are seeking some sort of fame. And that's the reason why they are easily able to be manipulated by their peers at this point. I don't know, this is just an absolutely disgusting situation, but if you see anybody that's young around you that is watching or, you know, consuming that Ashley Diddy Barnes content, take the phone away, block them, delete them fast, unbrainwash that brain.
You name this show because you're a little bit more than a far-right Republican.
Hey, what can I say?
I think you can say I'm a fascist.
Yeah, I am. Absolutely.
Jubileeing is jubileeing again, and this time they take the ultimate prize. I've been critical of the channel Jubilee for the past couple of years. Quite frankly, it's definitely not one of my favorite platforms, but one that I have to click into every time they drop a video just to see what type of extremes they can go to and represent it as some sort of journalism or need for the society to know. And when they had Charlie Kirk on there, who I'm more so inclined to believe is to be labeled as an entertainer, you know, I was critical of them. And when they had the anti-vaxxers who went against Dr. Mike, I also thought that that was extremely stupid and harmful to the greater society and was anti that video as well. But now they've gone to new levels of extremes that I didn't even think we could possibly do. I don't know how they still have a platform. I don't know why anybody would call this journalism. And they're proving a lot of people points about they're not having actual conversations and inviting thought-provoking people on the platform to change their mind. They're literally platforming some of the worst people so they can get their antes up or their named up or their cachet up, like the first gentleman in the beginning that we saw. This latest iteration features Mehdi Hassan and 20 far-right conservatives debating about, and I'm using that word debate very loosely, but really platforming them to say their most vile and evil things on the internet again. And the more and more that you look through the full debate or any sort of clips, you notice right away that this one is just the most extreme version, almost an SNL skit rendition of what this is supposed to be. It's people just screaming hatred at this man and saying their nasty rhetorics and takes, and there's not any actual debate or discourse going on.
I am Native American. Whites are Native Americans. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
You're not.
Whites are Native Americans.
Really?
I think
What was happening before the 1500s?
I think you're getting confused with it.
I don't mind going on a tangent, but what was happening before the 1500s?
Calm down. I think you're getting.
What was happening before the 1500s?
There was indigenous people here that came here from
Do you know
Asia.
what indigenous means?
Listen
to me. I am an immigrant. I'm speaking from personal experience.
Get the hell out.
He said, you know what indigenous means.
Americans.
Really?
I think
What was
you're-
happening before the 1500s?
I think you're getting confused with it.
I don't mind going on a tangent, but what was happening before the 1500s?
Calm down. I think you're getting.
What was happening before the 1500s?
There was indigenous people here that came here from
Do you know
Asia.
what indigenous means?
And that nigga.
Listen to me. I am an immigrant. I'm speaking from personal experience.
Get the hell out.
I don't even like.
See, and then if you would have just rocked him across that table, like, come on, Jubilee.
I should get the hell out.
Yes.
Why?
I don't want you here.
Why?
Because you come here and say all this bullshit
Why?
about how Americans are lazy.
Why?
You push your left wing
I never
politics.
said Americans are
I don't
lazy.
know why you say this.
I never said Americans are
yes,
lazy.
you are.
You're the person
You're saying
attacking
immigrants
people
have to
as
come
you.
into this country so they can do jobs that we don't want to do.
I
That's
never said
exactly
those
what you
words.
said.
When did I say it?
Really?
When did I say it?
I'm sorry, is that how you partake in debate? The more and more that I watched this, it just seemed to me like there were stupid talking points on top of stupid talking points. People are cutting people off left, right, and sideways, and there's no middle ground that's being met. There's no 20v1, no real debate, no real conversation, and most importantly, it just seemed like people who had hate to spew came up to spew hate. I heard a bunch of disingenuous talking points, and I know what you're probably thinking. Hey, Omar, that just sounds like a regular Jubilee video. But it seems like the more and more off the deep end we get, the more and more crazy ideologies this platform decides to platform. I mean, it's gotten to the point where there can be people on the platform that are a part of the bigger group or collective that are saying stuff while they're in that chair, and they're not even getting people that are surrounding them to agree with the notion or rhetoric or dumbass statements that they're saying.
For the 5th time, when Palestinian children are shot in the head by Israeli snipers, is that not the fault of Israeli
What did
snipers?
those children do?
What did
they
you
do?
tell me? Did the children deserve to be shot in the head?
Because the problem is,
you know,
over there,
millions of people are watching you say
they
to
start
justify
brainwashing
killing
children. They start brainwashing children at a very young age.
So you support
Exact same-
sniping children in Gaza?
Look,
do other people here support sniping children in Gaza? Is that a conservative position now?
What if they're wearing a suicide vest?
They weren't.
But what if they are?
They're not, though.
What if they are?
We use the word debate very loosely every single year, and now it seems like Jubilee is not only interested in not bringing on people who are interested in true debate or actually interested in not bringing on.
Not though.
What if they are? If they're wearing a suicide?
What are you talking about suicide vest, bro? Fucking kids. Alright? I don't think kids want to be in the war, dude.
Vest.
They weren't.
But what if they are?
They're not, though.
Well, what if they are?
We use the word debate very loosely every single year, and now it seems like Jubilee is not only interested in not bringing on people who are interested in true debate or actual conversation, but they're also willing to bring on people who are propagandists and are super bad faith, disingenuous, and outright off their rocker. You can't even get the people around you to agree with you, and I understand that mostly comes with the flags being raised, but boy, you just said some outright wild shit, and you are okay with having your face spewed across, you know, the public eye to possibly get upwards of 30 million views on this video. But the problem is that these people don't care if they get platformed or not, if their face is shown or not. It doesn't really matter, because guess what? It actually pays for them to be this extreme, this outwardly open about their beliefs, their disgust that they have for people, etc., etc. Which brings us back to the initial clip of the first guy who openly admitted to being a fascist on camera.
We may have to rename this show because you're a little bit more than a far-right Republican.
Hey, what can I say?
I think you can say, I'm a fascist.
Yeah, I am. Absolutely.
That is Connor, or better yet known as Pine Sap on the internet. Yeah, that's right. For those Catholics out there, your favorite Catholic commentator actually is a fascist in real life. And he's openly acknowledging the fact that he is this. As you watch the interview, it's quite clear that he is open about his extreme beliefs and not interested in any sort of debate with Hassan. He just came up there to get his shit off because, you know, with the persona that he's built online, he can't really do that.
I'm offended by people who can't condemn the Nazis. Yes, I am.
Okay. Well, I condemn the evils that they did, but I don't really care about being... Yeah, sure. I don't care about being called a Nazi, because the whole thing...
And you don't believe in democracy?
I don't believe in democracy.
What are you doing here at a televised debate? This is democracy. I want to debate and disagree.
Because it is the means to support an end.
Jubilee, they are so comfortable with coming on your platform, and you're just going to sit on your hands yet again for the sake of entertainment. It's not entertaining to have somebody openly say that they belong to these far-right extremist groups, because I think being called a Nazi would align with being some sort of extremist. Ultimately, there's no consequences or repercussions for them or for you, I guess. That's the reason why it keeps happening. Yeah, sure, Connor would then go on to lose his job after the show, but that doesn't matter because he can start a Give, Send, Go like he did and raise, I don't know, hundreds of thousands of dollars in the process. This episode was quite painful to watch overall, and I think that Jubilee has to take...
Like, if I go on the internet and say, I'm a Pan-Africanist, like my brother, Dr. Umar, right? I'm not gonna get nothing. I can't make a GoFundMe and have people send me thousands of dollars. Like, yo.
Some sort of stance when they're creating their content and who they're platforming, of course. But the fact that people aren't coming up there to participate in the debates at all should be sirens going off to these people that they are just platforming a bunch of weirdos to get their takes off. They will literally sit across from the original person, like this clip that I'm about to show you, where Hassan has a prompt, just like any other situation on Jubilee's 1 versus 20, and the person comes across from him and goes totally off the prompt.
I'm not from India.
Oh, you sorry, your parents are from India, so...
I'm an American
you
citizen.
have your own stakes.
I'm an American, you know.
You're an American citizen?
Yes.
Okay, fair enough. I don't know how you got that, but fair enough. Here's the thing.
Are you an American citizen?
Absolutely.
Okay.
But here's the thing.
Not sure how you got that, okay.
Born here.
Okay.
Born here, and my family lineage is settlers from the 1500s, so I have some stake in the claim here, okay?
But you're
a little different.
But you're a descendant of immigrants. Settlers.
I didn't know.
Colonialists.
Yeah,
you
colonials.
You don't look very Native American to me.
I am Native American. Whites are Native Americans. What are you talking about?
You're not.
What are you talking about?
You're probably thinking to yourself, oh my...
Hey, you see that goofball in the back, bro? Hold up.
I'm Native American. Whites are Native Americans. What are you talking about?
You're not.
Look at this bro right here, bro. Look at this bro right here, bro. He happy as hell. Look at him.
What are you talking about?
You probably thinking to yourself, Omar, why did you show that clip? It's probably the wrong clip again. No, the prompt was Donald Trump is pro-crime and pro-criminal, but when the person got up to, debate Hassan, his first question was, where are you from?
How's it going? Hey, how's it going? Mehdi.
What is it?
Mehdi.
You're from northern UK, I guess?
I'm from London, North London.
Okay, fair enough. What's your ethnic background, if you don't mind asking?
My parents are from India.
Okay, perfect. Just getting premise here.
Jubilee, these people aren't even playing your game anymore. They come up there with their own rhetoric, their own talking points, their own narrative, and that's what they want pushed to the forefront. How can you see that they're not, bastardizing your content? They're making a fool out of you for public consumption, and all you can do is then in turn put more fascists, more extremists, more people who are proud to be Nazis that have their own talking points on your platform. They're not even interested in the debate anymore. They're saying it on your show. These people know that the quickest way to riches is by literally getting on Jubilee, then saying that you have this extreme view and extreme opinion. They'll be platformed the next day or two by other extreme venues or extreme platforms or extreme sites in the days to follow. Once you get canceled or once they get exposed or whatever the case may be, they'll fumble that into their own riches and bag and then ultimately apologize. But at the end of the day, it all starts with this platform that is supposed to be responsible for cultivating good spirited debate, healthy conversation, and has the moniker of changing somebody's mind. That's not happening anymore, but it's all your fault. You're not bringing people on here who are even willing to be fair or impartial in the conversation, open even. I know that that's like a crazy ask, but just open to debate. These are people that just want to come up there while the prompt is, hey, I believe that the show Martin is better than the show Fresh Prince, and they sit there and spew why they hate puppies. I don't even understand how we've gotten so far from the plot, but Jubilee, you have to step in and stop putting mics in front of these most extreme people. We don't want to hear this anymore. I'm being so serious.
Imagine being able to build anything.